Hey fellow photographers, Dan here. I want to talk to you today a little bit about scanning your old film. Now, many of you started off in film way back in the darkroom days like me, and you've got shoeboxes full of old film. Or maybe you're a modern day hipster and you still like shooting film and you're getting an old camera, a new film, and you're shooting that. You want to still be able to digitize it so you can keep it with the rest of your photos and maybe do some adjustments to it. Well, I'm going to show you how you can digitize that today, and then a great workflow of how you can utilize it inside of Photo RAW. So first off, let's talk about the digitizing step. Probably the easiest way is just to have your lab do it. So if you're processing new film, the lab can just scan it for you. That's going to be the fastest and in a lot of ways the cheapest way to do it. Another way to do it is if you have an old flatbed film scanner like this one. Many of them had the ability to scan film, and they'll have different plastic film holders that will hold it. Now, they're often very high resolution and can create pretty good scans for a flatbed, but they're also very slow, can be cumbersome to use. So scanning a whole roll could take you over an hour, which is something that most of us don't want to do. Now, some of you might have dedicated film scanners from the past. Those, if you can still get drivers for them to work, are quite handy, and there's still a few new ones available. There's also some fairly inexpensive ones like this little guy. This thing was like $150. And it still captures a 4K photo. And it's pretty much like using a video camera. You just insert the film into one end, hit the scan button, move the film to the next spot, hit the scan button, etc. And it automatically goes over to your computer. Very simple way of working. But another way to do it is to actually use your DSLR or even your iPhone or smartphone that you have already, and just to use a macro lens and capture the film on a copy stand. Or you can literally just hold it up against a window and take photographs of your film. That is probably the cheapest way to get started, but it also has some challenges to it. The biggest problem is the film comes in backwards. It comes in as a positive, as you'll see. But luckily, Photo RAW has a tool to help you with that. The tool I'm going to use today is actually called the Digitize from Loma Graphics. It's a little light table and film holder built into one with a little stand that holds your iPhone or smartphone with it. So it's very easy to automate the process, and you can capture a new sheet of film or a new piece of film at about 1 second, and it goes straight to your phone, which then goes straight to your computer. It's a pretty quick and pretty affordable way to digitize your film. All right, here we go. So here are the photos after I've imported them from my phone into Photo RAW, just a folder on my desktop. And you can see how they look weird. They're color negatives, just like we saw on the back of the iPhone. They don't look like a positive photo yet, and we can see the film sprocket holes, and they're all the same orientation. So first thing I want to do is I want to pick some of the photos that I know need to be rotated landscape. So I'm just going to hold down the Control key on Windows or the Command key on Mac. That lets me pick photos out of sequence from each other. And I'm just going to pick all the ones that I know need to be rotated the same direction. So those ones and this one all look like they need to be rotated 90 degrees. There we go. Now, of course, I can always do this later. I'm just doing it now as a convenience. And here's another one that looks like it needs to be rotated twice to get to the proper orientation too. All right, now let's take the first photo that we want to go work on right here, and we'll go into Edit. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to switch it from being a negative to a positive. And we do that here in the Tone and Color pane. Inside of Develop, there's an option in here called Mode. I'm just going to change it from positive to color negative. Now I might need to make some tone and color adjustments to it. So in this case, I want to bring my exposure up so that it matches more what the day looked like. And I might need to adjust the white balance a little bit as well. Great way to adjust that is to use the gray dropper and click on something that we know should be neutral in the scene, like the road or the sidewalk. We know those need to be pure gray. So I'm going to click on the gray. So there we go. Now I've got something that is a positive and looks a lot more like what I would expect out of the photo. Now I can make some other minor adjustments based on brightness and contrast and maybe saturation to my own personal tastes. Then we need to crop off that film border. To do that, we'll use the crop tool. And in terms of the aspect ratio, we want to match that 35mm film. That's going to be 2:3 aspect ratio. That assumes you want to crop the photo naturally. If not, you can crop it to anything you want. I'm just going to pick that 2:3 ratio. I'll grab the leveling tool because my camera was a little crooked in there. Use that to level the scene, and then just simply set the corners inside of the mask so that I'm down to just kind of the interesting part of the photo, and hit return. So there we go. That's the first step. Now, the problem is if you look at this photo and we zoom in a little bit, you can see it's a little bit soft, it's noisy, there's dust and junk in the sky. It's just not a very exciting photo yet. Let's see if we can improve it. So this is the second step. We're now going to take it over to Restore. And there we go. There's the results after Restore AI. That's a big difference. Let's turn the before and after off so you can see the before and after. So there's the original, and there's after. before and after. That's a pretty big difference in terms of quality. Now you can use the adjustments inside of Restore to control how strong that adjustment is applied. This almost makes the film look unfilm-like. So if you want to get a little bit more of that film quality, bring the detail slider down, and let's bring the color correction slider down a little bit too. And that'll tend to make it match that film a little bit closer. When you're ready, just hit the Done button. There you go. There's how to take your film that you've captured as a positive, how to convert it from a positive to a negative, and then how to use Restore AI to improve those results. It's kind of your 1-2 power punch to doing film scanning and restoration all in one shot. Thanks for watching.